Hey, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It is Sunday night, time for another episode of Thrifty Business. I'm your one host, Jay. Oh, I got our things turned off. Hold on. Oops. And with me, ta-da, it's Aaron.
Hey. Hey, how's it going?
Oh my God, I started the intro and I never pushed live, so I'm just waiting. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta do that again. I'm a little rusty, Aaron. I haven't done this show in a few weeks. Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, whoops, wrong Mom. Wrong Mom. How you doing, buddy?
Good. It's good to be back.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in quite a while. Good to see you. Yeah. Speaking of people we have not seen in quite a while. Now it's time for Jay's Tiki Talk. Each week, I drink a different rum out of a different tiki mug and try and match it up to my guest. Well, golly, look who's back in business. Hello, Stephanie Canada. How are you?
How are y'all doing?
I am great. Haven't seen you in forever. And that's kind of what we're talking about tonight because you've been MIA.
Yes, I sure have. Well, only to the internet.
Right.
Not to real life.
But that's where, oddly enough, in this day and age, that's where most of us hang out with our friends. And, when you don't see your friend who's always on the internet, you're like, So as I was getting ready to come over to the office house to do the show, I'm like, oh, shit, it's Sunday. I got to go get a rum and a mug to match my guest. And Stacy said, hey, why don't you get the new rum from our friends Cindy and Brian, who live in Jersey, and they sent us a bottle of rum from a new distillery. I said, oh, cool, I'll do that. Totally forgetting what it's called. So it does even really match up to you because it's called Silk City. So since you sell fabrics,
nice.
I get a chance to drink the new rum, and it's silk. And if you saw the tease, if not, this will be a surprise to you. As part of the story later,
we're
going to talk about Stephanie's black eye. So I went and got my all black mug. That sucker sweats a lot.
Yeah, it does.
And it's a mug that Tiki Farm made, but there's a rum called Stolen Rum that they used it for a promo giveaway. So
nice.
So in honor of your black eye, all black.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you got BG Reynolds mugs there, Aaron. Yeah.
Yes, and I actually got it from someone on the Thrifting Board. So
nice. What's in your mug?
It's a hurricane. It rained earlier, so
I like
That's
it. What mug you rocking tonight, Steph?
It's not. It's a water bottle the size of my face with my friend's podcast sticker newly put onto it.
Oh, cool.
I like it. All right, so we're going to catch up with where Steph's been. How'd she get a black eye? Oh, my gosh. Is it salacious? We don't know yet. So sit back and relax, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Great.
And hello, Tracy. Have fun at lunch.
Tracy.
Let's all stare at her lunch. What's for lunch?
She gave me these.
What?
Yeah, thank you, Tracy.
Tracy, I've never gotten a gift from you. What in the heck? Now, how did she know? Was that something you liked? I mean, how that come to be? That she sent you those?
Oh, this? She just knows what I like and watches our YouTube. So I don't know. It was a real
cool,
thoughtful gift. Love Halloween.
I love it. All right, we got tons of great stuff. So let's jump right in. And now it's time for our scores of the week. These are the items that you should be on the lookout for when you're out thrifting. I would have looked right past these.
Yes. Okay. So I first picked them up because they were kind of nautical. They had this like fishnet on the outside. And I looked on the back and it has this like gold maker's mark. And I looked it up and I didn't see any of these, but I saw that the brand seemed to sell high. And I loved it, quantities. So they bought 2 sets of these and 2 sets of mug and saucers. So total, they spent $280 on. Ooh. Yeah, so it was great. And it doesn't happen often for us when people buy like a bunch of quantities of dishware. So it's always nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. This was directly from inspiration of this show because I've always heard of people buying things like helmets, and that's very out of my comfort zone. And so this one, I just picked it up, and it's actually the first helmet I've looked up at a thrift store, and it sold for $85 in less than a week. So super happy about that. And now I'm going to look at helmets.
Where's your model? I thought it'd be a good one to put in your model.
That's true.
Hi, Matthew.
It didn't fit.
Oh,
it didn't fit my big head.
All right. Hey, I'm fully aware of things that don't fit big heads. I got you.
I would have worn it.
I didn't read the title, but I saw the price. I'm like, what is this mug for $84?
Yeah, so I got this for $1 at a thrift store, and maybe I'm thinking it went for that price because maybe the 2020 Scarborough Fair got canceled, perhaps, and maybe not a lot of people got them, you know? So that's my thought. But it's pretty big, and went close to Arlington, Texas, so that was nice.
Yeah, because I'm like, why would someone pay that much? But heck yeah, we got canceled.
So I put these because we sold a set of 2 of them, and I just love how 90s they look. And we are pretty sure it went to somebody who just exited Saturday Night Live, because we looked up his name and his house. It's a super nice house in LA. And I don't know, maybe he bought it to film something with. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Would you like to share his address with everybody?
I don't remember it.
But all right. We're saying?
Oh, after the show.
Okay. So if you saw me go through the auction where I got like these junk lots and I didn't realize some things in the junk lots were worth money, the first thing to sell all that was this trivet for $22, which I never would have looked at in a million years had it not been in the lot I already owned. That whole lot was $12, and the little dinky trivet paid for it all already.
Yeah, that's a really nice trivet. It almost looks too nice to be a trivet. Oh, I see. There we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I wanted to share that. And, you know, we talked a little bit about hats in the thrifting board the other day. You would never think I should probably list the Nevada Bolt Incorporated hat.
Yeah.
You know, everyone is nuts about our bolts. It sold for $25. Like, who needs this? But doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who needs it. The fact that the weird stuff sells is why you should look at everything.
Love it.
Okay, now I've put in plenty of tiki mugs in the past, but I want to show you, for those of you who might be new, how easy it is to not only drink for free, if you happen to be a drinker, you can get paid to drink. This bowl is from Trader Sam's, the tiki bar at Disneyland. It's a drink for 2. So Stacy and I had a gin drink for 2 a little over a week ago. It cost $60 with the drink. And then I went home and sold the bowl for $120. Nice. So not only were our drinks free, I made money by drinking.
And that's a cool bowl.
Yeah, because the monster, the Kraken, is when it's full, you only see his little head, the back of his head sticking out. So as you drink, you see more of him.
That's cool.
Yeah. So if you like cocktails and you haven't gotten the tiki yet, this is how you do it. This is how we do. Okay. I bought this Shag Star Wars shirt. I love Shag. I love Star Wars. I don't love the cut of this shirt. I had never taken the tags off. I put it on for like the 4th time the other day, and I'm like, I just do not like this cut, and I'm going to sell it. And I think I only paid like $100 for it probably back when it first came out, and a little bit more than doubled my money. So, you know, just I bought a shirt that I didn't like the cut of, and I made money. You never know.
For a t-shirt. That's crazy for a t-shirt.
Oh, no, it's a button down. Sorry.
Oh, well, that's still great money.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great shirt. I got the mugs that go with the shirt, but I'll never be the shape of that cut. So I just like, all right, cool. I'll make some money and I'll move on to something else. Because my closets, like I'm sure a lot of you, are full. And now it's time for our CD and cassette scores of the week. And as always, we start with flipping cassettes. All right. Who is about my age who remembers the movie Action Jackson? This is a bolo on every form of media that it's on because it's been out of print forever. Stars, geez. Getting old sucks, Matt. Aaron, don't do it. I just called you Matt. Carl Weathers. It was supposed to be like, I think, a series of movies. And then the first one didn't do too good. I like it. But look at this, $25 used on a cassette. You can get like 60 to 100 for the CD. So always keep your eyes open for Action Jackson soundtrack because Apollo Creed, because it's a good money maker on any format.
Nice.
Well, Aaron, I already had this listed when she passed, and I actually had totally forgot it was listed, and it had been listed for. Oh, it hadn't been listed that long, actually. I listed it in June, but it sold 4 days after Olivia passed. So, and I found this is one of those things where this wasn't really a big deal record, but two things. It was sealed, and the guitar player is Steve Lukather on the album. So, anyone else my age know who Steve Lukather is from? What group he's from? Aaron, I know you don't know.
I do not know.
Too young. He is from a little band called Toto, but he was the ultimate hired gun. He is the guitar player on Thriller. He's on a million albums. So all that worked together to help sell this Olivia Newton-John record for $50.
Nice.
And now we go from flipping cassettes to flipping CDs. Yay!
Yay! I sold a CD. I don't even remember where I got it from. It might have been from a tub my mom gave me to go through. But yeah, $20.
Nice. I've sold a few Jackie DeShannon CDs, and the funny thing is, I've never listened to her. I don't know what she sounds like.
I don't either.
Yeah.
She's saying what the world needs now.
Oh, what the world needs now.
Oh, Joanne, where you been for about 2 weeks now? I mean, man, that's on all the news that Olivia passed of cancer finally, unfortunately.
Sorry to break it to you.
Hopefully you're on some exotic vacation that didn't get any internet. All right. We talked about this in the Thrifting Board because I seem to be the only one on the planet that had this CD with the Pogs in it from the 90s. So Green Jelly was a group called Green Jello. They got sued by Kraft because Kraft owns the copyright to Green Jello. So they changed it to Green Jelly. And the funny thing was, I have friends from the Thrifting Board who are friends with people in the band still.
Wow.
And they were like, man, I don't even have those Pogs. And I said, $50 and it's yours. And they didn't take it, but it just sold for $75 this week on eBay. So when you find a CD that has a special version that isn't any solds on Discogs, isn't any solds on eBay, Terapeak, WorthPoint, the CD itself ain't worth a ton, but to have the Pogs with it, and I was actually missing one. There should have been 7. There was only 6. I put it up for $100, and it went at auction. No one bought it, and it ended. And the guy goes, "You still got it?" I go, "Yeah." He says, "Will you take $75?" I paid $2. I'm like, "Yes, please." Absolutely.
I love that it has Pogs. Are there any other CDs that have Pogs with them?
I don't think so. And what's so weird is I couldn't even find anyone else having this case with the Pog sticker on it. Like, of course, they made more than one, but man, to find that nowadays, it was almost impossible.
Love it.
All right, 75 you think is nice, right, Aaron?
Yeah, of course.
How about 110? Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. This is a gold disc, and this is one of those again where it sat on Amazon for 3 Debbie years, and then I moved it to eBay, listed it on June 7th, and it sold 2 weeks ago, and same price. So that customer, and that's what I always want to demonstrate, that customer was never on Amazon ever, but they were on eBay. So this normal version, Aaron, would only be like $4, but the gold version, $110. Now, $110 is nice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not the best, because you're going to believe now. Do you believe? All right, this is a box set of heavy metal music, paid $50, and it sold for $160.
Dang.
And that was listed on Amazon for about 5 months. 5 months.
That's
now,
pretty quick.
160 is nice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the big one.
That is not the big one either.
No. Where's my big one? Yeah, she said. All right. Well, hold on. Let's switch to to duds, and I'll find my big one. This is getting worse. I'll find my big one. Hold, please. Where's my big one? And now it's time for our duds of the week. Do not let our mistakes be yours.
All right, so this is a melamine bowl, and it's just sat for way too long. It only sold for $6.50, but probably got it for $1. We do well with melamine. This was world market, so I think if we had it in a set, it would have gone for more, but I just put it as a dud because it was not a big price, and yeah, it sat a long time.
It is cute, though.
Yeah, it is cute. And these are mom jeans.
What? What happened? Oh, mom jeans Play-Doh?
Mom jeans scented Play-Doh. So, like, I don't know what that means. I didn't open it. I don't know if it smells like fresh linen or I don't know. But the reason why it's a dud is, so we arbitraged them and we sold it on Pop Shop like a year ago or like 9 months ago. Who knows? And we just could not find it. So it's a dud because we could not find it. But I realized I had one in my own collection, of course. So we sold that one. So.
Crazy. All right. Modern Tommy Hilfiger, not worth a ton, but vintage stuff people pay decent money for. This is not modern nor vintage, kind of in the middle, but no one's ever cared. It's been listed since August of 2020. So a full 2 years now. And it's one of those things where, you know, I would take $10 for it at this point.
Right.
Made in Taiwan, so it's older, but not old. But, you know, I thought it was cool. It's got the little Hilfiger on the back, the big on the front. So, Tiki Pug music if you're looking for it.
I wonder if Depop would be good for that.
Oh, maybe. And then this I've had forever, and I didn't know quite how to display it because I don't know exactly how to tie it. So, we did the best we could. But I thought it was a cool kimono made in Japan. I guess I was wrong. Again, if someone wants this for $20, I'll take it. Like, it just go away. It's one of those things. Okay, so I figured out I actually forgot to do my most high dollar item. So I did have one other one ready to go that I somehow forgot to have ready. Oops. Oh, please. But let's show that real quick, because this is one of those where, you know, you take the gamble because no one had ever sold one ever. There we go. This is the soundtrack to Trinity and Beyond, the Atomic Bomb movie, a film by Peter Curran. It's one of those movies, Aaron, that isn't anywhere. It was like some dude made a movie, made the soundtrack, but can you find it? No. Does anyone know anybody in it? No. And so I'm like, all right, it's $4. And it took a little while, but $70. But no one else had ever sold one, ever.
That's awesome.
I like to gamble, and it worked. It worked this time. It does not always work.
Right.
The big CD we'll save for the next episode of Thrifty Business. Since I kind of screwed up and forgot to make the graphic, I realized.
That's okay.
And now it's time for Where in the World Did Our Stuff Go? If you are not shipping internationally, you are leaving out 7.3 billion with a B potential customers.
Oh, okay. So I actually knew how to pronounce this. I think it's Leicester. So I felt proud of myself. Y'all can let me know if I pronounced it wrong. But Vietri is a good pottery brand from Italy. And yeah, it sold for $23, I think. But I just love that it went across the pond.
Yes, that is awesome. Now, have you ever heard of the Australian Pink Floyd show, Aaron?
Mm-mm. Yes. Oh, Matthew has, not me.
Oh, it's Matthew knows. All right. So it's a group of Australians who cover Pink Floyd, but it's a whole laser show. So it's kind of a little bit less about the musicians on stage and more about, you know, you get stoned and they're usually in planetariums. You just lay back like, whoa. So take a wild guess where the Australian Pink Floyd t-shirt went.
Australia?
You got it.
Yay!
I am weirdly giddy when things go back home. So somehow this made it to me in the United States, and it went back to Westbourne, which is just 10 minutes outside of Adelaide. So,
awesome.
So things go back home. I mean, you would think they could get that in Australia kind of easy because they end up paying like $24 or $5 plus shipping.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, all right. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will take it. But that's why we tell you, ship everywhere. You'll never know when you're going to find something that needs to go back home. And now it's time for You Have Got to Be Shipping Me, what to do and what not to do when it comes to shipping.
All right, so this comes from my husband, Matthew, because he's our shipper. And he loves to ship plush because it's pretty easy. And he puts bubble wrap around the eyes and nose so it doesn't get bumped around while shipping because they're highly susceptible to, scuffs and chips. And so just a little extra protection for the areas that might be a little more fragile. And I guess it protects the paper tag too a little bit.
I never thought of that, but I like that.
Yeah.
I like that quite a bit. All right. This is not for everyone. Definitely not for our Canadian listeners, but it is for everyone who's listening in. Oh, crap. Where's the list? Okay. If you're in Las Vegas, that's me, Los Angeles, Orange County, Portland, Oregon, San Diego, California, or San Francisco, Mercari now has furniture pickup. So they're trying out a new thing. You can list your furniture, and the costs are $10.99 or 20% of the item, whichever is greater. So if you sold a $1,500 sofa, it would be delivered for $200. If you sold a $50 chair, it'd be delivered for $11. Doesn't mean much to you, the seller, because the buyer's paying for it. But if you got furniture and you live in a metropolitan type area, this could be a new way to easily get rid of it because it'll have all the backing of Mercari, blah, blah, blah. But they're partnered with a company called Dolly. So a Dolly mover will come on by, take your piece of furniture. You don't got to do nothing.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So if you live in those areas, I got some office chairs I want to sell. So I'm going to put them up, see if anyone's interested here. And there you go. If you live in these areas, you can try it out. If anyone does try it out and it works, please let us know.
That is really cool.
That is a good question. I don't know how they measure the miles just yet, Kim, but good question. I will try it. I'm right in the heart of the city, so mine will be fine. But let's see if it works, and I'll report back. And now it's time for the Thrifty Tips of the Week. Little tips and tricks to help you out when you're outsourcing.
Okay, so Google Translate is very popular. When you're on the go, out at a thrift store, you can take a picture of a label or a box, and it can translate the text. Well, Matthew, my husband, decided to put the picture of the translation in the eBay photos, and I thought that was a really great picture. Yeah, so there you can see he translated the Japanese and put it right there.
So it looked like that, and then when he used the translate, it looked like that.
Yeah.
I love that. Boy, again, Matthew, I never thought of that.
Just killing it over there.
I know. My man. Okay, this tip I've given many times. There's always new people watching, but even though I've given it many times, when it happens again, I like to remind people your trash is worth cash. Not every bit of your trash, but some trash. So if you're ever at a party where they're serving decent liquor and the liquor happened to come in a box, grab that box if they're going to pitch it. Because I just sold this empty rum box for $34 plus shipping. So I didn't have the bottle because I bought it at a garage sale. They had all these empty boxes and they were selling for $1 a piece. I go, hey, you don't happen to have the bottles because the bottles, it's a very expensive rum. The bottles would be worth money too, empty. But they're like, nope. I go, okay, I'll just take the boxes for $1 a box. And this is the last one. I've already sold 4 or 5. So this is our last one going out the door. So keep your eyes open for trash that can be cash.
Do they still sell that rum? I mean, with the box?
That's a good question. I don't know. But I will look it up while Stephanie is regaling us with her black eye conversation. And I will leave that here to see if it still is sold like that in the box. Good question. And that could determine the value. Some things, though, it doesn't matter because also, and those of us who drink rum and tiki drinks know what rums I can get, Aaron can get, and what rums Aaron can get, I can get. It's not universal, so it's a pain in the ass when you're into cocktails with specific boozes that you can't get it in your city. So you're calling friends like Aaron to ship you something, or you're going to LA to pick up stuff, So there's a lot of work to keep up with booze if you're into booze. Mm-hmm. And that's all I got to say about it. And And now it's time for our online selling tips of the week. It doesn't matter if you're selling on Etsy, Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, or eBay. These are little tips and tricks to help you when you're selling.
Okay, this is just a fun website and tool to have handy called Encyclopedia, where you can just search different colors. So basically, it's almost like the old school paint, where you can, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, with the little dropper, and you can, sample. So you can just figure out, it has all these shades of colors, and it doesn't really help for me because I'm like colorblind a little bit. Because I don't.
That's why it does help.
Oh yeah, I guess it could help if you're colorblind too.
But we use it for identifying.
Yeah,
colors.
For identifying, like, what is this color exactly? It's not pink. It's not purple. What is that color? So, fun tool to have available.
I like it. I like it. All right, so all my pictures of clothes used to be on the mannequin. I mean, they still are. But the opening shot I've changed to folded because I realize, and sometimes I'm slow to realize things. When you fold a shirt, you get to see the tag, the size tag usually. This one was new with tags. And since there wasn't much more to the shirt than the little line across the front, I thought, okay, the opening shot should be folded. Put it on a little bit of an angle so it sticks out. But you can see the feel tag, you can see the size tag and all the brand new tags too. So before, if my opening shot was of the mannequin, you can't see the tags. And this way, you can see more important stuff in the opening picture than before. So anytime you can change your opening shot to give more of a picture, paint more of a picture, because we all know our customers never get the pictures 2 through 10, even though we all take them.
And I noticed that on the shag shirt that you had it like that. And I'm like, oh, that's new.
Yeah.
But it is a cool way to display.
It was an assistant who did that. And I go, I kind of like it. And that's the thing about hiring somebody. Teach them what you need them to do, and so they know your way, and then let them be creative, because some things that we've done have come from all my assistants that I never would have thought of, because that's not how my brain worked, but that's how their brain worked, and it really adds to your look in your store and everything. Yeah, definitely like it's straight off the rack. But look, I sold this very plain kind of vintage Fila shirt for $38. The background just came off of Amazon. Just look for the brick background. They have tons of sizes of that background. It's an easy one.
You are dangerously close to 20,000 feedback.
I know. Where are we at here? Oh, well, I even got one more since I got this ready. So I'm 25 to go. Thanks for noticing, sir.
Yeah.
And now it's time for Unseasonably Sold. What did you sell out of season?
This is a little craft kit for nativity ornaments, and those are things you should always look for, especially like Bucilla brand. And nativity in general sells well. So the fact that this sold in the heat of August, people are ready for Christmas, for it to get colder, and it's good money too. I probably got it for $2 to $3.
Nice. There we go. You had 2?
No.
Well, it says one available. You might want to check that, Matthew.
Oops, maybe we do. I don't remember. This drink is strong.
Because if you don't, and someone goes and tries to buy one, just saying.
It's happened.
I was not on the right header. There we go. Again, I love Christmas music. I've said it a million times. I've never once bought it when it's hot. And if you don't know who the Boxmasters are, the store was nice enough to tell you the lead singer is Billy Bob Thornton. And this is their Christmas CD, Christmas Cheer. The store was also nice enough to tell me it was sealed, and nice enough to only sell it to me for $6. So it sold last week for $35. I mean, never once when I'm sweating balls in Vegas have I thought, you know what? I need some Billy Bob Thornton Christmas music right now.
Did you put that little sticker on it?
No, the store did.
Oh, okay.
Stored it. Yeah, it didn't even make it to the customer that way. We got rid of the price, obviously, in the thing. But yeah, I'm guessing most people watching right now, if not all of you, might not know that Billy Bob had a band called the Boxmasters. But I was always happy to sell Christmas stuff non-Christmas times. Always. Oh, my mom sold a Christmas CD we were talking about today. Too low. I said, Mom, you priced it for August prices. Price it for December prices. The customer will come to you. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they're angry, and sometimes they're just plain weird. Now it's time for the feedback of the week. This is epic.
So my mom actually gave me these, and I thought they were cute.
Oh, it makes more sense now. Wait, your mom gave you the product. I thought you said your mom gave you
No,
the
she
feedback.
didn't buy it. She
Okay.
gave them to me. I was just giving a little backstory that was unneeded. So now that feedback is, I don't know how many characters longer than
500.
I'm going to do a dramatic reading of this. Ready? Wrapped very well for shipping. The teacups are so nice. I decided to use them as nut bowls with my dessert-themed dishes instead of for the craft project I originally planned to use them for. To crypt a base for a potted cactus. The cups was pictured colorized. I don't know what the last sentence means, but I think that's cute. She said, you know what? I'm going to turn them into nut bowls.
Yeah, but I mean, talk about an overshare in feedback. I'm like, that's awesome.
I love it.
Okay, mine is the prime example of if you talk to your customers when there's a problem and take care of them, they will come back. If you see the little ornament the blue arrow's pointing to, yeah, forgot to send it. And guess where it went? England. So now I had to pay for another box to go to England. But right away he said, hey, man, quick shipping of that mug. It looks great. Doesn't have the ornament. I said, oh, poop, it's sitting over here. Let me send it to you. So he waited to leave feedback before he got it. And then look at this nice feedback. Promptly shipped and very well packaged in immaculate condition. Very pleased, highly recommended. We'll be buying from the seller again. And he said, hey, you've got a set of mugs I want to buy at the end of the month. I go, okay. He goes, if you still have them, I got 3 sets. He goes, if you still have them. So I said, so yeah, I've already got him. He's going to be a repeat customer in a week. And I screwed up his order. But I talked to him. I said, my bad. I got it right out without hesitation. And he left glowing feedback, and he's going to buy again for me. So just communicate, and your buyers will take care of you. All right. I do have a little bit of a thrifty encounter, but I want to bring Steph on because I want to get as many reactions, see if we all have the same reaction that I had. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping real quick, and then we'll get Steph in here. Oops. Let me get to the house. Okay. Hey, what's this?
Hey, so my husband Matthew and I have a YouTube channel called Pete's Treasures, and we do a lot of thrift hauls, and we are kind of playing around with different styles of videos where we research, tell you a lot of tips, and our handles are at the bottom. We would love if you subscribe. We are kind of close to 1,000. That's our year-end goal for YouTube subscribers. So would love if you subscribe and visit our YouTube channel. And we're posting right now some vlogs of our first cruise we went on. And we're doing a new series called List It or Leave It, as well as we're going to start doing a new series called Treasure Tales, where we talk about 10 items and where we found them. And it's just a new spin on a thrift haul. So come check us out.
I like it. And I'm about 10 behind, so I got to get over there. My last how-to last week was about how to ship media mail. It's not real complicated, but you got to know what you're allowed to ship and what you're not allowed to ship. And if you are shipping media and you've never used it, you should be. It works, and it's cheap. So make sure to watch last week's how-to. All right, Secret Beachcombers. Our guest expert for the month is our boy Chris. Where's my upcoming shows? And we're going to talk to Chris on Wednesday. So Chris, most of you know, had a full-time job. He was a dealer of blackjack at a casino. So, of course, COVID put a kibosh on that. And then they finally came back, and he was like, I was doing so good selling. Maybe I won't go back. He went back, but then he decided, I'm just going to be a full-time seller. And what we're going to talk about him, besides making the leap, is he spent $2,000 on 280 records, which seems like a lot for a little. Of the 280, he sold 22, and he was already into profit.
Wow, that's awesome.
So we're also going to talk about records because I was so excited that he jumped into records. The ability to drop 2K, but if you know it's going to get a good return and you can get the return quickly, I would even recommend borrowing a little bit of cash if you needed to, because he listed 22 into profit. So number 23 through 280 is all profit at this point. So he got his money back right away. So that's going to be Wednesday night, 7 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock on the West Coast for you Secret Beachcombers. And then instead of doing a how-to on Thursday, we haven't done this in forever. Jason and Stacy Thrift Haul. Yay. We spent a night in Flagstaff, Arizona, and we crushed it at a estate sale. A Goodwill. So we got a lot to share from you. These are some pictures from our shenanigans in the thrift store. And Stacy is hanging around right now. So let's put her to work. So that'll be Thursday night. And then Mom, the other day, I'm hanging out with my mom online, Aaron. And she was screen sharing because we were doing something. I go, wait, show me your numbers again, in Seller Hub where it shows you your percentage of late deliveries and all that stuff. Her numbers weren't bad, but they weren't perfect. I go, hey, what's going on with your numbers? And she goes, oh, am I supposed to be looking at those? So Peg's going to go through Seller Hub and go, what's this to me this week? And then I will go through and explain what everything is. Because if Mom don't know, I know others of you don't know, and you're not watching your numbers. So let's make sure everyone knows what to look at, what to make sure is not, going to be bad. So that's what we're going to do next Sunday, 7 o'clock East Coast, 4 o'clock on the West Coast. All right, let's get our guest in. Duh. Let's get our guest in here. Where is my guest thingy? Hold, please. Where'd it go? No, that scores the weeks. Oh, there it is. Okay. And now it's time for the Thrifty Business special guest of the week. Stephanie Canada, where have you been? Hey, what's happening, Steph?
Hello. I have been lots of places.
When I told Debbie what our show was going to be this week, she goes, oh, please tell me she was in Canada.
No, as entertaining as that would be, that is definitely not where I was.
Yes, the meta-ness of you had been in Canada, that would have been just
We'll
awesome.
get there. We'll get there eventually. I don't know when it'll be, but we'll get there.
Okay, so I had a weird thrifty encounter with just racks of clothes, and I want to get two other thrifters' opinions on, like, am I just nuts that this troubled me? So let's get to that segment. All right, real quick. Whoop. And now it's time for close encounters of the thrifty kind. Okay, so we're in a Goodwill in Flagstaff. Here's the men's pants section.
Okay.
Full.
Yeah, very full.
Here's the men's exercise sportswear section. Full.
Yep.
Okay.
Men's button-down shirts, pretty full.
Yeah.
Jeans section, 10 pairs in the whole store.
Oh.
Wow.
What? Interesting.
What? Like, I had to take a picture because I have never been in a thrift store that the rest of the racks are full, and the jeans in this whole space, 10 pair. That's it. Because we went to the other Goodwill and the jeans were so packed you couldn't move through them in the same city.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like,
wow.
where'd they all go from this store? Like, there had to be something going on.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Go?
Maybe a reseller cleared them out.
Oh.
I'll just take everything. I don't care if it's Kmart or not. I'll take it all.
Kmart.
I need all the jean.
Yeah. All right, good. So it's not just me that had that weird reaction. I'm like, where did it go?
That's odd.
Where did it all go? Steph, where have you been, Steph?
Well, I started working with Virgin Voyages. So the big red cruise ship that's known for really good food and some other interesting choices. Yes, that one. But actually, I've actually just been in town for most of it until right around the beginning of July, where they were like, hey, so this new show that we're going to work on for the new ship that's going to launch in 2023 that we're all going to go rehearse in Italy. You want to come with? So I went, yes, please. Yes, I would like to go.
Hey, you want to go to Italy?
Yeah, do I want to go to Italy? Yes, the answer is yes. Thank you very much. So yes, for the last month, I have been in Italy. Now, some people are like, oh my gosh, how was the food? How was the tourism? It was not tourism. It was not. I had 4, count them, days off. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Don't be sad for me, because we could still get off the ship and go do things like in the evening or like before our rehearsals would start. But no, it was a lot of work, but it was a lot of good work, and I had a lot of fun. And then I got to be in Italy, so we got to do fun things on the day off.
What part of Italy?
Well, for the first 2 weeks, we were in Genoa, which was excellent, easy to walk off the ship, on and off. The gelato was choice.
Ooh.
So good. My husband still gets annoyed at me that I didn't try the Genoa salami while I was in Genoa, but
see, meta.
I just forgot. I barely had any time off. So, and then for the last bit of it, we went down to Palermo, which is a very different city. It's much more party oriented. I think it's the nice way to put it. So all of my cast was in heaven because like they could go. If you are looking for a party city in Italy, Palermo is where you would like to be, because they would get off the ship, do an overnight, and they would not sleep until they got back onto the ship at 6 a.m.
Oh, gosh.
They could party for 7 hours straight. Bars would be open. Everything would be open. Yeah. It was incredible.
So both these main places, were they the idyllic, what you would dream of if you go to Italy, the look and the feel and everything?
I mean, in a dry dock, no.
Well, I mean, once you went into town,
where I specifically was in a dry dock on a half functional ship, no. But we were still fine. Like there was air conditioning, everything mostly worked most days, like they have to do tests of things. No, Genoa, I think of the two was much more like traditional Italian city. Like Palermo is still lovely, but it is, oh my goodness, so party heavy, at least in like downtown. If I could have explored the island more, maybe there would have been other places that were much more idyllic and things, but nope, didn't have time. Literally, we barely had time to get, like, on the days off, like, you maybe had a good 12 hours if you tried real hard to actually go. And then we were dealing with, like, taxi strikes and no Ubers, and yeah, so it was hard to get around. And then, so Jason, do you have those, are you ready for the story as to
sure
how one Stephanie Canada acquired her own personal black eye?
Mm-hmm.
So those scooters that I mentioned are electric.
No.
And and the sad thing is this was within like 5 minutes of the gate. This is literally right after it happened, when Stephanie fought Palermo and Palermo won.
Man.
I was trying to go around a corner on the right really hard. And the thing with Palermo, there's some pretty big fucking potholes from just like the limestones, like just carving out. I hit one of those going like 19 on a scooter and I ate pavement.
Were you with it? Were you with other people?
No, but I was like scooting away from other people really quickly. Cause like I was just leaving because I was just done. And most of my friends watched me eat pavement. It was great fun.
Is there video? That's the question.
Oh God, I hope not.
I might get to see you on ridiculousness at some point.
Yeah, this is the night it happened where it's like, oh, okay, Stephanie ate pavement. I sent you some more. I don't know if you still have them. Yeah, so this is the next day. You can sort of see like Road Rash Town.
Yep.
And also, these glasses did not survive. They broke and I had to super glue them.
Oh.
But the fun part was when I looked like this, I didn't have this attached yet. So I could balance these sort of crookedly on my face. And then people would be like, oh yeah, she's fine. And then I would turn to the left and people were like, what did you do?
Oh.
Yeah, there you can sort of see the black eye. I was in a hospital for this, not for me, someone else situation.
Oh.
But needless to say, when we were going through, people kept looking at me going, you? And I'm like, no, not me. This person right here. I'm not why we're here. I know what I did. And of course, if you have a sparkle glitter hallway, you need to take a black eye picture in the sparkle glitter hallway from your
awesome hallway
fighting of Palermo. And then, yeah, there she is wrapping up, almost healed. And now totally healed, fine. Like nothing left. It's all good. But yes, so Stephanie fought Palermo and Palermo won. That's what happened.
Now, did you tell your hubby before he saw you like on a video chat, or did you just let him notice it?
Oh no, I told him when it happened. I was like, guess what I did that was stupid today?
Hi, honey.
Yeah. The worst part was, so like, not only did I bust up my face, but I also busted up both of my knees. And then like 3 days later, when I'm starting to heal, everything starting to like go the way I want it to, I find yet another pothole with my foot in the shipyard, and I trip and reopen both of my knees. I'm like, Stephanie, if we could not be such a winner at falling on our friggin' face, that would be cool. Can we try that?
Oh yeah. Everyone, please send your excess bubble wrap to Stephanie. She needs to wrap herself in it.
Yeah, right. So, like, I'll take all the excess bubble wrap. Like, I'll just go around like this next time. I'll waddle through Italy. It'll be fine.
I think I've shared the story once before, but we've all been clumsy, and that made me think of one of mine. This is way back, probably 25 years ago. We were at a Jimmy Buffett concert, outdoor amphitheater, and it was raining, a nice summer warm rain, like idyllic. You're you're drinking with your friends, you're singing Margaritaville. So I got to go pee, and the bathrooms were far away, but the tree line was close. I was walking over the tree line and pee. As I walk over, I slip and fall on a rock and cut my hand open. And so I had to go to the infirmary, and I've been to this concert venue many times in my life at that point. I didn't know where the infirmary was till that night. And so all the people we were with kept going. They tell me later, where's Jason and Stacy? Like, we've been gone for half the concert waiting for them to sew my hand.
Oh,
no. So we've all been there. We have all done something klutzy. All right. So the reason I want to catch up with you, besides general catching up and everyone loves you, you run an online business. You have an online presence in YouTube and stuff.
Yep.
You got to run away to Italy. What happens to both your YouTube and your business?
Well, in a perfect world, Stephanie has an assistant, and said assistant keeps listing all the schmata that's in her house and sends out stuff. That does not happen. So Stephanie has a husband who very lovingly does the sending out, but doesn't list things, which is fine. Like, he acknowledges that he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really want to know. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, as long as you can send out the orders, that's all I really need. Because the other option was just turn everything off. YouTube, I had grand plans, big plans. I actually had footage with me. I was going to upload like 1 video or 2 videos up that month while I was out there. Nope. Didn't do it. Nope. Absolutely not. Everything was so crazy there that I didn't even have time. I did record 1 video singular while I was on board. And it's actually the video that went up on my channel Friday, where I just took some fun sewing quizzes that were just fun and just kind of weird. They got sent to me and I was like, oh, this is a video. Okay, yeah, I can do this. But yeah, it's the most recent one. Yeah, the BuzzFeed one. But yeah, it was super easy. It was super chill, but I didn't even have time to edit an 18-minute video down to 13 minutes on my work job. I didn't have time. So I did my work job really well, but I kind of dropped the ball over on the other platform situations. I need to find a better way to make this balance.
So I knew where you were. So it really wasn't a surprise to me. But did people who not know you personally, did anyone reach out and go, are you okay? Like, where you been? Because you are pretty, you like me and like Aaron and Matthew put up a lot of videos. Yeah. And so all suddenly one of us falls off the face of the earth. I got to imagine, did anyone reach out and go, Steph, are you okay?
So on YouTube, I think I put up a community post where I was like, hey, by the way,
okay,
I think I did something like that. I know on Instagram, folks would like occasionally be like, I miss your videos. Thank you for sharing your, because like I do stories all the time because they're just easy and I don't have to think about it. But like, yeah, there were definitely some people, and honestly, most of the comments on the BuzzFeed video are, I'm so glad you're back.
Oh.
So it's very sweet. It's very heartwarming to know that like me and my weird little pattern world have touched people that like they miss me when I flaunt away to Italy for a month.
One of my favorite videos you've done recently is sewing a dress or something on a plane.
Oh, cape on a plane. Yep.
Yeah.
Like snakes on a plane, but safer.
Yeah. You should have done it like sewing a pattern on an electric scooter. You know?
That actually would have killed me. I would not have returned from Italy. I could barely control those things with both hands. Like the people I worked with, there were people that could like film themselves and scoot. I'm like, how are you not dead? I would be dead if I tried to do that.
Do you ever watch Ridiculousness?
No.
You know what it is?
Nope.
So it's a video show on MTV. Yes, Stacey and I are still 14-year-olds. We watch MTV quite a bit. And it's a clip show from Rob Dyrdek, who's a skateboarder who's had many shows on MTV over the years. And so, we're older, especially Stacey and I, and we don't record everything we do, but man, younger people do. So they always catch when their friends wipe out on a scooter because they're always filming shit. Like we always say to ourselves, like, why are they filming them hanging out on beanbags? But, in case something happens, then you get your 15 minutes of fame on the internet.
Content, baby.
Exactly. So how'd your hubby do at Shipment? You do a good job?
Yeah. I think the only thing that fell through the cracks was one singular eBay thing, and well, that came to bite me in the ass. But I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna scream and yell, and it's my fault. That's all it is. That's all I got. Like, that's all I got. So, like, if that's the only thing that fell through the cracks throughout the entire month I was gone, I'm not mad because he filled quite a few orders from my website. So, like, if the only thing that fell through the cracks was the singular eBay listing, like, yes, it's the most public, like, as far as like you can see it, like, because the dude basically he told the truth, and that's fine, and I'm not mad about it. So,
but that's a good lesson. I mean, we've all been there where we've gotten a justified feedback, and I see so many people go, hey, I'm going to cancel this order because I can't find it. Am I going to get dinged? Am I going to get a bad feedback? Yes, and you should, because you gave a bad buyer experience. I don't hate you because you gave a bad buyer experience, because we've all been there. Before we went live, I was telling Aaron and Stephanie and Debbie that I sold a $50 CD the other day. I don't know where the hell it is, but it's sitting with 3 other CDs I listed on the same day. They're all together having a little powwow. I don't know where they went. I will find them someday, but I have to now cancel it and tell him. And I'll tell him what happened. It's listed. I took pictures, blah, blah, blah. So it was here. It got set in the pile. Some other pile got set on top of it. We are in the process of cleaning the office. We'll find it in a week or two. But if he leaves me a negative, I absolutely deserve it. I deserve it. I didn't fulfill his order yet. I will.
Yeah.
And when I find it, and then I'm going to tell him this, I'm going to cut him a sweet deal.
There you go.
So if he still needs it in 3 weeks, it's a good question from Bluegrass. You sell more on eBay? Well, you're more of an Etsy. Well, you're Etsy, eBay, and your own site.
My website blows everything out of the water.
Yeah.
That's because I've built it up over years of self-promotion and talking about it all the time, and like just like constantly. And now that, God bless Instagram for dropping the limit from like, because it used to be you have to have 10,000 followers to be able to link a website in your story, which seems like a really arbitrary number and kind of pointless. So they gave it access to everybody. That has been the number one thing. That's what pushes people to my website.
Nice.
Like, I'll list 5 to 10 patterns a day. I'll do it the night before. I'll iron them all. I'll get them all in their sleeves, ready to go. I make a nice little stack. I leave it on my dining room table. Next morning, I come down with my phone. I do a quick 15-second Instagram story that says, these are listed now. And I put the link straight in it. So that way, if somebody sees something in that little flip through that they want to buy, they go click. And then it takes them to my front page where it's, I have a new arrivals. So that way, if it's in the last 10, it's literally on the front page.
That's awesome.
That stuff I've never done. I never do the little reel stories. I never do any of that stuff. Probably. That's
the easiest way for me to get traffic. I will
tell you. Oh, I forgot to. I'm helping a buddy throw a tiki event next month in Phoenix. And nice. I'm vending, I'm speaking, and he was a one-man show. I go, hey, who's helping you corral the vendors and do basically the wedding seating chart? He goes,
who's the event manager?
And he goes, me. I go, all right, I'm going to help you. Like, I didn't say pay me or nothing. I'm like, let me just help you. Even though I've never really officially done one, but I can figure it out. I've vetted enough. So I go to look for all the vendors. So we made a private group on Facebook so they can know load in times, load out times, any questions, blah, blah, blah. 4 of the vendors aren't on Facebook at all. They're people who sell things for a living. Now, you don't have to be on Facebook all day posting stuff.
Yeah.
But if someone sees you at an event and their main form of social media is Facebook, and they go to look for you and they don't see you, they're just going to give up. They're not going to go to Insta. They're not going to go to, other places.
Yeah.
You should have a landing page for your business. The one guy, and he refuses to get on Facebook. I go, the information is going to be on Facebook if you want to join us at all before the event. But you sell art for a living. Put your art everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm guessing none of us are so rich that we don't give a shit what sells.
Right.
So at least have a presence on social media platforms. So if someone wants to reach out to you and they find you on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, they'll at least message you and you can say, all right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to have at least something on everything. And then I saw Lisa's question about, do I have a business Instagram? And I do. But it's also like I think I changed it to a creator Instagram because I kind of use it more for reels and my YouTube and along with my business. So it's in limbo right now because I don't really want to have 2 Instagrams because one of them is hard enough to build up all on its own. So,
real quick, we have a spouse of a celebrity in the house.
Ooh,
Kevin's wife Kim used to babysit Rob when he was a baby. Rob Deerdeck, the skateboarder.
Oh my gosh, amazing!
He grew up in the Cincinnati area. That's where Kevin and Kim are.
Oh, nice.
Or were so, or Dayton area, somewhere in that area. But wow, talk about 1 degree of separation. I bring that up, and Kevin's like, "Oh yeah, my wife babysat him."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Too funny.
Yep.
That was Matthew. Put our discount code in Instagram.
Oh yeah, I did a big. I also other fun story about Italy. I thought I had chipped a filling while I was in Italy.
Oh no!
I came back to the U.S. and they were like, "No, lady, you cracked your tooth in half."
What?
Like, for real? So yeah, I'm still in the process of acquiring funds to fix that shenanigans.
That's painful.
I'm about 2/3 of the way there, but yeah, it's like a $3,500 bill.
Yeah,
to fix that.
Yeah,
it sucks. So I actually, the reason why is because like I'm running a tooth sale like last weekend, and because no more crack, tooth. Because I am perpetually a terrible punny person. That's just who I am. And so it was really nice because people like either donated or they went and bought a crap load of patterns, which I very much appreciated. So I'm about 2/3 of the way there. So we still need about another $1,000. So that's why I'm not leaning off the gas on any of my platforms because I'm like, I still have to pay for a very expensive thing to go in my mouth that no one will ever see, but I'll be in less pain. What an idea.
Stephanie, do you have merch?
I did one thing of merch as a limited drop. It's a brooch that my friend made that says Vintage Sewist. It's really gorgeous. All cut out acrylic brooch. And I sold out of them entirely. And we even did like a couple remnants and those sold out too. So I'm not a big fan of like, let's put things on mugs. And no, I don't want stuff that's going to go into landfill. I don't want things that like, I don't want a t-shirt. I don't want sweat. I don't want that. Like if I'm going to do a merch thing, it's going to be either very specific, a limited drop. So there's not a whole bunch of waste. And it's just a matter of like, what is the next one? And is it worth it? Because, for better, for worse, when you do take a month off, even though all the platforms are like, we won't penalize you for taking a month off. They do. They absolutely do. Like people, I've got at least 10 people that have come through my DMs that have been like, thank you for posting that you put a new video up on YouTube because YouTube didn't tell me, but Instagram did. So
yeah, I gotta tell you, Pete's Treasures has not been in my feed lately because I didn't used to be a YouTube junkie, but I am now. I'm down the rabbit hole every day, and you definitely weren't in my feed. But yeah, Aaron, I saw Aaron post, or Matthew, one of you two, post on Facebook, and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm way behind on them. But once you don't watch for a week, they totally take it out of your feed.
Yeah.
Totally. So
yeah. And so they're like, oh, we won't penalize creators for taking time off no matter how long. That's not true. It's just not true. It's absolutely not true. So that's why I was like, oh, I'll go live on Saturday with a box I want to open. Oh, I've got this video almost ready to go. Like, great, let's get that ready. I've got another one that's almost ready to go that I just need to finish sewing the trim on, and then I can do a quick reveal and an outro, and it's done. So it's like, the upside is that because I have most of these like almost ready to go, I should be able to do at least once a week for a couple weeks before, work, because the work continues, although vacation happens first. So I actually, because I work for Virgin Voyages and I make friends, and we had some things that people had lots of like, basically like free cruises for cast and crew stuff. I get to go on the Scarlet Lady for whatever like the fees are, because one of my friends was like, here, I have this key and I don't need it, so I get to go on a free cruise before I go on my next job.
That's
and I'm very excited.
Where are you going?
I am going to Puerto Plata and then Bimini. It'll be out of Miami, and then the upside is I finally get to see the very first cast that I launched onto the ships. So I did one cast that I sent away in May/April, depending on which ship they were going to. And I haven't got to see any of them. One cast I will never see because they are in Europe, and it's just not going to happen before they get back here and switch out. But the other one, I'm thankfully going to get on about a month before they get off, but at least I'll get to go see them. So,
oh, that's awesome.
And then I go to Wisconsin to do one last opera, maybe?
Exotic Wisconsin.
Ooh.
Exotic Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. I got some spots for you.
All right.
Nope.
But I will say it could potentially, maybe, be my last opera.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
Things might be happening. So I can't say anything yet because nothing is signed, but
we'll have a follow-up. What's Stephanie Canada up to now?
It's very possible that could be my final opera, at least for quite some time.
I'm going to send you to a bar. That's one of those you're going to get there. You go, am I in the right place? It's in a house.
Oh, is this your basement one?
Yeah, the oldest sanctioned, still going bowling alleys in the country. They've been in this basement of this house since 1906 or something like that.
Ooh,
and it's still two young like teenagers setting pins, pushing the ball back, and they still have leagues there. And I've been there in a couple of years, but the lady who owned the bar, 93, and she has to have her 6-year-old kid open the door because she can't reach the lock. She's that tiny now.
Oh my God.
And so it's just, it's a place to get a beer, but they make food for everyone at the bar. Her and her like 89-year-old sister make food all day for everybody. Like,
oh my God,
you buy a beer, but then there's like just a mountain of food on tables that anyone can have. And it's such a fun place to hang out. And I got other places for you. Hey, I had a merch idea. Let's do a tiki mug, and instead of a swizzle, it'll be a big needle. And
that's cool.
And it'll be wrapped in the Canada flag.
Oh my God. Now, real question here. Would that be the tackiest tiki mug to exist or not?
Oh, no, there's some tackier.
Heard it.
Define tacky. No.
I don't mean it in a bad way. In no way do I mean that in a bad way.
Well, I have one of the worst mugs, and someone made it worse sitting over there. So.
Oh no.
But yeah, I always have ideas for tiki mugs. I'm like, because nowadays the new thing is a lot of these mugs come with these cool swizzles made by a company called Grinder, and they make metal swizzles that kind of like, yeah. Oh. Not that grinder, sir.
Not that grinder.
Not that grinder.
No hookups here. But I'm like, we can make a swizzle into a big sewing needle, obviously a little blunt so it doesn't kill you.
That'd be cool.
The big hole in the end. Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'm here for it. Let's do the thing.
All right, let's find.
I don't know who to talk to for that.
I got peeps, so I got mug makers.
Amazing.
All right, so you're home for the summer? Yeah, a couple months or a month?
I'm home for about a month.
Okay.
And I scoot, so I get to enjoy fall. But the nice thing was like I got to be here for like, because they like moved our dates around, I got to be here for my kids' first day of school, and I've gotten to be here for like the first couple drop-offs, and so it's been really good. But yeah, mid-September, baby. Wisconsin, I get some real fall, actual fall. I'm so excited.
What opera are you going to produce?
Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tchaikovsky?
No, you're thinking of the ballet.
Oh.
This is the Mozart one. I like literally had to stop and go,
You're right. Oops.
And then I'm like, okay, opera nerds, I can't get in this conversation because I'm like, what's he saying?
Yeah, I think it's the Mozart Romeo and Juliet. I'll have to look. I don't remember which version we're doing. I could be talking out of my...
Real quick, they do sell this rum still. So the rum itself is $2.50.
Aye.
And so that box sold for $35. So, hey. Real quick, before we get into your scores and duds, where is this picture taken?
This was in Palermo. We found this little piazza tucked back away. It was like an artisan piazza. For like, you think I would have written the name down of the artist? I forgot to, but like it was their home base. So like all of the little stores that are my head is blocking, is of their artwork. But it just like the shot was just so lovely because the sun was behind and just glowing so nicely. And I was hot as crap because it's like Florida with no breeze. So
yeah, Paul's in the chat. He asked how the heat was because he was just in Europe. And he's like, yikes.
I'm not gonna lie when I say that the 4 days that I went off the ship, I sweat more probably than I do here. Honestly, it was so hot.
Did you see the couple on the news last week that got engaged and their pictures were in Italy, but then they shared they were actually in front of a Olive Garden in like Tampa?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my God.
Weren't they from Tennessee? Because that completely stands. I lived in Tennessee. That makes sense.
All right. So we usually end with our guest duds and scores. Duds first. We end on a high note with the scores. Debbie didn't understand your second dud.
Okay. Did she send you the photo or not?
Was there a photo, Debbie?
Yeah.
I can see Debbie's face. She just went.
There was like 5 of them attached to the email, or 4 of them.
Oh, she just did this. Oh. All right, Deb, scoot those over to me. I'll get them up real quick.
I was like, nope, definitely attach some photos. I called myself out. Trust. Okay.
All right, come on. It's Halloween coming up. Why isn't this selling?
Because I've had it for almost 2 years. Like, it won't move. The little Minnie Mouse one that was Halloween absolutely sold, but this one just nope. No.
So I do have one thought. Let me look at your item specifics. Yeah. So because witches goes ES, it won't be the same as witch. So unless someone is searching witches plural, they might not find yours.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So if you go Tiki Mugs, when it's just the S, Mug and Mug search the same way. But because it's ES, it doesn't. I am 99% sure it doesn't search the same way.
Huh. Okay.
So I haven't heard of that. That's
some type of witch wouldn't come up because the word really changes when it has to be an ES.
Interesting. All right.
All right, Deb, did you email me these pictures, Debbie? Oh, I just sold something else from the junk lot. Oh, I sold 2 things from the junk lot that cost $12, and someone just paid me $176.
Holy crap.
Woohoo! Yeah, maybe move Halloween to the front. Yeah. Let's get this sold, people. But if you want it and you need a medium top, if you're a medical person or a dental person, Pirate Boyd, come get it.
Yeah. Send me an offer for $7 and I will take it.
Come get it.
I don't care. I just don't want it no mo. It's one of those things. I'm like, it's been in my house. I'm like, nope. You live in rent-free in this house. Out. Time is out.
All right. Let's look at a score while I'm waiting for the duds. Now, I got to say, that's an awful same background to those.
Yeah, I realized that after I did it, and I was just too lazy to
Fair enough.
Yeah, realized that like it was a nice idea, but it needed to be the gray background, not the white background. However, the exciting part about these curtains is that they sold 1 for full price. So I paid, I think it was $2.99 for the set in Pennsylvania. one of the times I went up there, and I got $70 plus full shipping, which I think I had to pay more for shipping because I didn't calculate I forgot about that hard webbing at the top of the pinch pleats that doesn't roll well. But these went to the Heart of a Lion set deck house. So Heart of a Lion that's coming out in 2023, my curtains may or may not be in.
Oh, cool.
Which is kind of exciting.
What is Heart of a Lion? Is it a show?
It is a movie. Ooh. It's got Forrest Whitaker in it. It's the life and boxing career of George Foreman.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, that's like, I know the picture's kind of meh, but where it went was pretty cool.
Hey, whatever works, it works.
Did you get my other dud yet? Oh no, that's
I'm working on it.
Okay. All right. Speaking of videos, so this is from my mystery box that I bought off of Facebook for $100 with patterns that were from the 1920s and 1930s. Ooh. This singular pattern, as you can see, like it was missing a very small little piece, but everything else was in pretty good shape. It's a pretty small size.
Wait a minute. I think this deserves this. Oh no, sorry. I thought I had a drum roll. I had a rim shot. Totally different.
This one pattern, $89.95 plus shipping.
But I do have this.
What in the unholy mother was that, Jason?
You haven't seen that one before?
Okay, sure. That's a thing that happened.
That is awesome.
But yeah, so and then I sold another pattern out of that, which I didn't send you, but I'm already positive on the box after 2 patterns. So
what is yoke detail?
So along the top of the pants there's that like flat part that angles down. Go over to the pants, not the shorts. Those. That right there, that is a yoke.
Interesting.
You also see them a lot on tops in like the forms of squares or like circles.
Okay.
Because if it's not a collar that flips up, it's actually a yoke. That's what the technical piece is called.
Okay, good to know.
Good question. Good question, Aaron.
Now,
Mrs. Roper. Hello, Mrs. Roper.
Yeah. So this one is a one-size-fits-all caftan. Like, it's not a terribly exciting pattern, right? Like, it's caftan. It's lovely. It's pretty standard. But I will tell you, if you see these and they're, $1, a quarter, $2, $3, whatever, I cannot keep caftans in stock. I sell them regularly, even in like not the greatest condition, from like $15 to $20, depending on which one it is, all day long. You find a box of caftans, that's a box of money. Because people, they just love to make them because they're a good, easy project. And especially for summer, it's like this really lovely thing that you can just like take to the beach and no one's going to judge you if the seams aren't right because no one can tell because it's a giant square of fabric. So if you ever see a caftan, pick it up because I think I got this one actually for free from a friend and I sold it for $15 the same day I listed it within a half hour, I think.
And I think that's big in the tiki community because
Yeah.
They do the caftan, forget what they call it,
Society.
caftan crawl. At the events, everyone wearing a caftan walks around the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I'm getting your pictures and we'll do the last score.
All right. So this is another lovely one. This is from the 1940s. This is what we call, like, the surplice means that the bodice is crossed over on the front. And then it's gathered on the waist and on the hip. And I'm echoing. That's weird. But the lovely thing about this is it came in a really big box that, again, because I'm friendly and like to talk to people, I made friends in North Carolina. And then they decided to send me a box for free because I did a YouTube video featuring their shop. And so they sent me this huge box out of the goodness of their hearts, and it had this pattern in it. And this one alone was $34.95 because she wasn't the strongest of tissues, but she can still make the pattern. So that's all that really matters.
Awesome.
All right. I got 2 of the pictures.
Okay, great.
Hold on. They're coming. Oops. There we go. And that, and open Chrome. Badao and badao.
Okay.
What would you like first? Whoops.
We can start there. It's not that bad, but my other dud is clutter. That's my other dud. That whole basket right there, that entire thing.
There's a basket there?
Yeah, there's a basket there. All of that is supposed to be listed. So go to the next picture.
So Ned's been slacking.
Ned doesn't list. Okay, so you see the McCall's pattern on the right. You see 2 simplicity patterns, the darker brown and the lighter tan in the middle. That light tan in the middle is completely full of patterns that are absolutely nowhere but in that drawer.
Oh, geez.
I have not listed. All 4 drawers are completely full of unchecked patterns that I have not dealt with. The 2 boxes on top of it, also full. The 4 boxes to the right, also full. Unchecked patterns that I have not dealt with. The McCall's pattern cabinet, right? That's got to have everything listed. Nope. That is from when I went to South Carolina and I hauled back all that stuff in my car from South Carolina. It was great. It was a lovely time. Had bolts of fabric, did really well. I'm only halfway through that pattern cabinet. And they're factory folded. Like, they don't even take me. I don't have to do anything to them except scan them. And I'm still only halfway through that cabinet.
Well, you've been out of town. You have an excuse. It's okay.
Yeah. I've only been out of town for a month. I've had lots of this stuff for a lot longer than a month. So, yeah, just a reminder that sometimes the best place to shop is your own stock that you already found and got excited for the first time.
Amen. Preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Right, I got the last 3 too now. Woo-hoo.
Okay.
Woo-hoo.
But yeah, that's just, hey, look, a table full of stuff to list.
There's a table there. I can see that.
Yeah. Giant stack fabric, patterns over on the right-hand side. Yep, all supposed to be checked and listed.
If anyone wants to shop, if you're looking for some material, there you go.
Yep, got vintage Mickey in there too. You think I would list that? Nope. Why would I do that? That's not worth money.
Do you have anything silk?
Actually, yes, but I'm intending on making something out of it.
Now, this looks quite organized.
Yeah, it's lovely and organized, and not a lick of it is listed. not an inch of it. Now, of course, the mannequin heads, those aren't going to be listed. That closet right there, that's what's listed, at least on eBay. Yeah. So, just a reminder, maybe sometimes instead of going out to shop, maybe shop your house and take care of the stuff that you've been meaning to do.
Quick question from Joanne. Do you sell only uncut patterns?
Nope. I take the time to check them and iron them and make sure that there aren't any big tears or tape. I put a lot of effort into it. As Jason would say, probably for not much return, but it's a labor that I love, and I don't really care. But yeah, no, I sell cut and uncut patterns. The uncut are obviously easier to list because you can tell just by looking at them, be like, this has never been touched by human hands. Huzzah, you shall be listed first. But here's a lovely example. I just went through a stack while they were talking and listening. I found 2 that are not cut. I found an entire stack that have to be checked. Whole thing. So, patterns are lovely and you hear me talk about them all day long, but yeah, if you don't want to sit and do tedious amounts of checking, just stick to the factory folded ones. It's okay. None of us are going to be mad at you.
Matthew is off camera and being funny over here. Are the uncut ones European?
Oh my God.
Would you slap your husband, please? Well, it's good to see you, Steph. I have missed. I knew you've been busy because you and I talk on a regular basis, and I knew once you were off to Italy, you must be working hard because we only talked just a smidge here and there, say hi. But I knew you were working, so I wasn't taking it personally. I know you're hustling, doing your thing. I didn't realize you were hurting yourself left and right.
I mean, to be fair, the hurting myself didn't happen until like the last week I was there. Like the first 3 weeks were fine, and then suddenly the last week was like, "Hi, you're done. Go home." But yeah,
awesome.
I try not to drop off the face of the planet. I don't do a good job about remembering. So, like, I pretty much go wee when I get working in that type of mode.
All right. So, last question: who was more excited to see you? Your husband, your daughter, or your doggy?
Oh, that's hard.
I know. That's why I asked.
Oh gosh. I think I'm gonna go with daughter, because she really thought I was gonna miss her first day of school, and so like the first 5 days were like, "Mommy." So I'm gonna go with daughter. Only reason dog doesn't take it is because dog also wasn't feeling great. So like dog like wiggled her butt and was really happy to see me, and then like continued to lay down and feel awful. But we fixed the dog. She's better.
Okay.
She was the first very large bill I had to deal with.
Speaking of honeys, there's mine. She said, "Good to see you stateside." So besides Stacey and I sharing what we found in Arizona, she's been helping me clean the office. I found a tub that we thrifted 3 months ago, and I tubbed up, and there's a lot of cool things in there. So we have a ton of cool stuff to share next Thursday. So make sure to tune in Thursday for a Jason and Stacey thrift haul. Good to see you, Steph, and good to see you, Aaron. And thanks for the funnies, Matthew.
You got it. No problem.
Thanks for having me on, Jason. It was fun to catch up.
Heck yeah. And everyone loves this trio here. So we will do it again very soon. Maybe we'll flip it and we'll bring Matthew in and we'll do something fun. I got some ideas.
Sweet. Sounds good.
All right. Good to see everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Secret Beachcombers, let's tune in on Wednesday and listen to Chris make that leap from a real job to a full-time seller. And then Thursday, come back and hang out with Stacey and I, my honey.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Deb. And
thank you,
everyone who watched. Give us a big old thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. Bye.
Bye.